There are all sorts of travels, nearby promenades, long journeys, voyages of silence, trips of the soul, journeys to the past, but also to the future, solitary walks in the most inner place, the human heart, as well as in landscapes of affection and compassion in the arms of God, under the aegis of Sant Nicholas. The monastery of Sant Nicholas of the Roof near Kakopetria village, for 10 centuries, has been standing as a sheltered and silent port of refuge, rest, peace, but also as a point of departure for trips to our inner self, journeys of the soul. The church is the only remnant of an old monastery founded in the 11th century. The building, made of natural materials, changed form over the centuries. Today, the architectural shell consists of 2 roofs. Internally, the church is cruciform, with a dome, and externally, it has a sloping roof that was placed later, changing its appearance, giving the nickname Sant Nicholas of the Roof to this church. Externally, the humble monument, with a strange and eerie silence, challenges you to enter, and that's where the silence begins to narrate. As you enter the narthex, on your left you are captivated by the 13th century fresco with Panagia Odiitria, which reciprocates your gaze and invites you to stop for a while to pray. The Mother of All invites you, if you want, to place your anxieties and concern to her and her Son, as did so many people who lived before you, and as the people of later generations will do. Be afraid of nothing. Moving on to the center of the main temple, the soldier saints, Theodore and George, welcome us, not with rigor, but with peace. They wear their military uniforms and hold swords. Their bodies are tall and weak. They live by fasting, vigil, prayer, and almsgiving. Their mouths are small. They do not say much. They are saints of silence, prayer, and deeds. Similarly, their eyes see beyond the visible world, but they also see us and our world. A little further on, to the southwest of the church, there is the fresco with the martyrdom of the 40 martyrs. These are elite Roman soldiers in the army of Licinius who lived through the difficult years of the persecutions of Christians. When it was learned that they were Christians, the prefect of Sebastia, Agricolas, ordered them to be stripped naked, put in a frozen lake, and be watched over by a garrison. One of the guards, Aglaeus, saw over their heads 40 luminous wreaths descending from the sky. When one of the 40 soldiers, not bearing the cold, came out of the lake, he took his place, taking the 40th crown of martyrdom. The representation of their martyrdom is depicted in many churches. The desperate Christians followed the example of the 40 martyrs and faced difficulties with courage and patience. The last stop is the representation of St. Nicholas, located in the southeast of the church, near the iconostasi. Sant Nicholas was born in 270 AD in Patara, Lycia. He came from a wealthy family and was well educated. At a young age, he was orphaned. He decided to dedicate himself to the divine and was ordained initially as a priest and later as a bishop in Myra, in Lycia. He became known for his tireless efforts to care for and protect the poor, establishing hospitals and various charitable institutions. He is considered a miraculous saint and is the patron saint of water and sailors, and that is why temples dedicated to him are built near rivers, lakes, and seas. Innumerable are the times he saved sailors and navigators from storms, but he is also the protector of the poor. In front of its fresco, which dates back to the 12th century and depicts the saint together with the abbot and founder of the monastery, let us also place our anxieties and concerns, asking for the wish of St. Nicholas to accompany us in the voyage of our lives. Taking one last look at the fully frescoed church of St. Nicholas of the Roof, one feels entering another world. At the first level stands us, the people of the present time. Around us are the painted figures of the saints who reciprocate our gaze, and above, in the dome, is the Pantocrator. We are under the merciful and watchful gaze of the Almighty, who blesses the entire world, the human and the more than human world. With the blessing of the Almighty and the protection of Sant Nicholas and all the saints, we come out of the church relieved, with faith and courage to endure any difficulties that have never ceased to afflict mankind. Alas, ship of our hearts, under the protection and the aegis of Sant Nicholas, unite our prayers and those of the refugees with the scents of broadleaf plane trees, but also with the lemon blossoms of Morphu. Saint Nicholas, the Holy One of God, please pray for us. Well known are the virtues and the multitude of your miracles, which make people consider you as their protector. As the Erebus of the night thickens and the day of our own lives ends, perpetual travelers now, please, Saint Nicholas, guide the ship of our soul for the heavenly homelands.